Torpor, welcome in. And congratulations on being officially the fastest thing alive, claiming first in the chat for this stream. How are you doing today? Holy shit, you've been first through the doors 34 times since I set that command up. That's immense. And that's not counting all the times you've been first but haven't been able to claim it for one reason or another. Holy heckers. Very impressive.
Hero Quest is the best game ever made, and anyone who says otherwise is wrong.
Hello, Cypher. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. That was an amazingly disappointing Palico last night. Yeah, it is, isn't it? That film is just... it's trash. Too hot. Yeah, you and me both. I've got the fan on again. Never expected to be complaining about being too bloody warm in Scotland. It's shite, yeah. It is. It's, the caption's censored shite. Of course they did. They'll let me say fuck. They might even let me say bugger. Close enough. But I can't say shite. Fabulous. I hope you're both doing well today. Other than the heat. Well, that's shite. It is, isn't it? Yeah, I'm Not a Monster First Contact looks a lot of fun. I'll be honest with you, the only reason I haven't just kept that key for myself is because I bought a lot of games during the Steam sale and I need to not do that anymore. I have an impulse control problem. I'm aware of this. I'm attempting to manage it better. But it looks absolutely fantastic. It's retro-futuristic, like a strategy type game. It looks like it might have the essence of an XCOM kind of game about it. But it looks a lot of fun. And it's got kind of TOS, Star Trek vibes to it, in my opinion, in terms of the look. But yeah. So, looks like it might be good fun. So I'll get some of the like admin shit out of the way first. I can say shit, but I can't say shite. What the fuck, captions? Who decided what counts as a swear word for these? Oh my god. I was like the 10th person to back that Goblin book. I can't criticise impulse control, and that is completely fair. That Goblin book looks absolutely fantastic. If it wasn't for the fact that I've just backed a book of rocks on Kickstarter, I'd probably back the Goblin book. But one niche D&D weird thing at a time, I think. But you can say what the fuck. Well done, captions. Yeah, can you say cunt? Let's find out. Yes, I can say cunt. Oh, these fucking captions, man. They're whacked. Okay. Getting the admin out of the way before we move on to the gaming screen. This is technically a sponsored stream. Frogwares, who are a fantastic Ukrainian game dev, Slava Ukraini, provided me with an Xbox code for this game. I am not playing it on the Xbox because it does not have cloud gaming enabled, so I would have to bring the Xbox upstairs, hook it up to my PC and my monitors, and do it that way. I sense a theme for the stream. What will the captions permit? Basically everything except for shite. See? I am playing it on PC because as part of my severe lack of impulse control, I picked up a bundle of all of the Sherlock Holmes games made by Frogwares that I didn't already own, which was only about 5 of them, admittedly, but it also included the one that they gave me a code for the Xbox. So we're playing it on the PC, just because of that. It's a game that I've wanted to play for ages anyway, as pretty much all of the game keys that I have been given have been. So, you know, you're going to get the honest truth about the game out of me, as you always will. And I've technically paid for it, even though I didn't pay for the original code that I got. So, you know, still got a vested interest in it. Vested interest in it, there we go. Yeah, so we're playing Sherlock Holmes The Awakened, which is a Lovecraftian Sherlock Holmes game. Can you see why I wanted to play this? Also, I absolutely adore Frogwares as a company. There isn't a game that they've made that I don't love. Even the really janky earlier Sherlock Holmes games that they made, I absolutely adore. Like, I grew up with them. They hold a special place in my heart, even if they are very fucky. So, I've set the audio up so it shouldn't be too loud or too quiet, but do let me know if like the music's too loud, the sound effects are too loud or anything like that, or if the voices are too quiet. Gold stars to these folks already, because you can actually really granularly, you can precisely, there we go, you can very precisely adjust the audio settings. So they've got one for the UI, they've got one for the sound effects, they've got one for the voices, they've got one for the music. There's another one as well, ambient stuff as well. So you can literally just adjust everything so it's the perfect levels for the situation that you're in, which is really nice, and something that not a lot of game devs bother to do. Normally you just get like music, sound effects, voices at most. So the fact that they've gone into that level of detail that you can adjust it is nice. Sherlock is afraid of water. If he falls in, he'll black out. Okay, good to know. So Sherlock Holmes is also Sonic the Hedgehog. Victorian London, twinned with Mobius. I haven't adjusted any of the graphics settings, so we're just on like base graphics for whatever that counts as. And we got subtitles on by default, which is nice, because I forgot to turn subtitles on. Apparently the game didn't.
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the price of your carelessness to merely hours of work rather than days?
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan. Are those my surgical needles?
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my supper?
Plainly not, for I was the one who ate it.
I set it aside for this evening.
Hey, Gibraltar, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts of today's newspapers. They are the key to everything. The newsboy is usually reliable.
Medically speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good sleep. In a bed. Your papers are here, on the table.
Okay.
Postman brought today.
So, ooh, this is maybe a little bit too gameplay maybe. I do love that subtitles on by default. We'll turn vibration off. It's not going to matter because I'm using mouse and keyboard anyway. But camera sensitivity. Let's turn that right the fuck down because it's way twitchy. Last time I was this early, I was born! Bravo. Oh, we've got it on the easiest difficulty, which is called Young Detective, I think it is. Oh, that's better. That's better. I'd rather have to work to move my camera. Daft as that may seem. Don't want it just sort of going woo, off in one random direction. If your mouse is vibrating, you have issues, unless it's a specialist mouse. Oh, we can bump into things. This is a decided improvement over the last Sherlock Holmes game I played. It has been a while. I like that they have already taken the time to ensure that we know that Holmes is a bit of an arsehole. Press mouse button to interact. Oh, okay, we don't even need to be, like, actually hovered over them. As long as we've got an interaction icon. Very nice. Okay. That's a really... You can trash your room! Yes, apparently. I mean, Sherlock's already done a perfectly good job of that for us, so we don't really need to do much more. But...
Your order from Barnes' bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Barnes insists on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
Here it is.
Another letter from Werner. I never reply, but they keep coming.
Do we not want to open it? I guess not. Okay. I suppose if we actually bother to open it, then we've got no plausible deniability. Our food delivery seems to have gotten slightly lost. Oh no. How bad? London Advertiser, September 28th, 1882. Tensions between England and Sweden are running high after a series of unfortunate mishaps during a recent visit to London by Swedish Princess Hildur. Chief among the scandals was the embarrassment of the British diplomatic corps as a result of the unexplained disappearance of Princess Hildur's personal bodyguard. Longtime member of her inner circle took the opportunity to explore London while off duty and never returned from his late-night promenade. A spokesman for the police assures the Advertiser that they are confident the bodyguard will be located, as he is a striking representative of the Scandinavian people. A man like that gets noticed whether by his peers at the gentlemen's clubs or the fair nightingales who comfort them. Think he thought he could get down a dead-end road. If you can walk round London at night, yeah, exactly.
Local gossip, all of it uninteresting.
3 of 3 thingies.
I don't see the Strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men. The missing paper cannot be a coincidence.
That's preposterous.
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man can invent.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe its posterior, so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it. But in lieu of the Strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I've just returned from a patient of mine, Captain Stemwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab your coat, Dr. Watson. Let us hope nobody has collected the dustbin.
Life wiped its posterior on your newspaper. I love that as a fucking response. I know by the sounds of things he's being serious, but at the same time... No, he doesn't look how I picture Sherlock either. In fact, he looks like... Oh god, what's his name? Brendan Urie from Panic at the Disco to me. Is it Brendan Urie? The lead singer. He looks like the lead singer of Panic at the Disco.
The dustbin is yours for the digging, Mr. Holmes.
I feel there's some trouble in paradise at this point in their relationship.
Don't look at me. If you want the newspaper, you'll have to get your hands dirty. If you come across one of my drafts, please leave it in the bin. If I'm honest, part of me will enjoy watching you rifle through rubbish. Seems only fair after what you did to our flat.
He's only a little pissed
If I'm
off.
honest, part of me will enjoy watching
Okay,
you rifle
that's
through
all of
rubbish.
the sassy things he has to say to us. Okay, so out we go, I guess. It's rainy today. Why not dress in something more appropriate for the weather? Open the casebook, navigate to the wardrobe, and put on a hat. I love this. I fucking love this. We can play dress up. Oh, now that's more appropriate. Yeah, no, we're going to go with the overcoat. No worries at all, Tidders. You enjoy your time in the Lurkers Lounge. I'm just going to sit here and play Dress Up Sherlock. It's the pretty Sherlock dress up game. Oh, do we want to go for the classic, which he was never depicted as wearing in the books? I think it was Basil Rathbone that gave him this very recognisable look. I think he was the first to wear the deerstalker. Oh shit, that's my fault. I forgot to update that particular command when I fixed the pronouns. Yeah, it was Basil. I thought it was. I am quite partial to Basil Rathbone as Sherlock Holmes. Give me a second. I'm going to fix the lurk command before I forget again. Because I will forget otherwise. But I need to remember what exactly the thing should be. It is... that's why. See, I changed the name of that specific pronoun-related thing when I, Oh, wait, no, pronoun possessive lower was, one of the ones that was already there. That's not my doing. Why did that do that? Very odd. Okay, something wrong with the pronouns, but I'll have to look into that one. See what happens when I do it. Oh, caps lock's on. See, it's worked for me, but it didn't work for you. I suspect it's, there we go. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. It obviously lost its connection to the pronoun bot for a second. One of the illustrators gave Sherlock the deerstalker. Yeah, potentially as well. I don't know when that would have been, though. I know he was never written as having worn a deerstalker. A fez! Nice little bowler hat or a top hat. I don't know why, but the overcoat and the top hat just makes me think he's actually Jack the Ripper, so we're not going to do that. Fezes are cool. It's really going to bug me that it forgot how to do the pronouns for a second there, Tids. I know you're lurking. You don't need to respond. Just... Bots confound me sometimes. We have glasses as well. Oh, I do like the round glasses on him. They're nice. Yeah, let's go round glasses. And let's let's give him some facial hair. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, no. Let's not with the facial hair. Fake bruises. Oh, we've got outfits for Watson as well. Oh, that's beautiful. They've given him a traditional Ukrainian outfit. I fucking love that. You know what? Watson's gonna wear that for the whole game. I don't care if it looks out of place. Good to see this game isn't political. This game that is made by a Ukrainian game dev, yeah, very definitely not political. I keep meaning to get a little clip of Skunker Nancy's Everything's Political, so that when somebody says politics or political in chat, it just goes, yes, it's fucking political. Just feels very appropriate, you know? No, Watson's gonna wear that. Office casual. Casual detective. A Navy officer's uniform. I wonder if we're gonna need that at some point. Marine uniform. Hello, sailor. Oh my. Shame we can't put Sherlock in that. What, in the traditional Ukrainian outfit or Sherlock drip? Hey Rocket, welcome in. I do really like his waistcoat. I'd wear that waistcoat. Oh, he's got one as well! Like everything Ukrainian, bold, durable, and unbeatable. Fuck yes. Well, that sorts it. It does, doesn't it? Hey, matching outfits. Yes. Like any good queer couple, they have a matching outfit. Oh, you've come down to watch me rummage through the bins like a raccoon. Lovely stuff. See, I knew you cared about me, really.
If I'm honest, part of me will enjoy watching you rifle through rubbish. Seems only fair after what you did to our flat.
Do not want to see Sherlock and Watson meeting Harry and Kim from Disco Elysium.
If I'm honest, part of me will enjoy watching you rifle through rubbish. Seems only fair after what you did to our flat.
Oh, get your sketchbook ready. 'Cause here I go.
You were mistaken, Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil.
Normally I don't ship Holmes and Watson, but Watson is making it hard not to here. I know, right? Like, I like the idea that their relationship could have been a little bit more than just two blokes that live in a flat together. But
The perfect assassination tool.
oh dear.
See, Watson, the conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness.
Oh, we can run now.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
Hello, child. Give me a newspaper. Yeah, I'm kind of in favour of the.
I just saw the last paper.
Glass.
Then why are you still advertising that you've got them? Yeah, exactly.
Paid by the hour. No sense in returning early.
Yeah, fair.
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past.
Hey,
me.
Grox, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well
Did you
today.
notice anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Precisely. What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Holy shit,
Dr.
Rocket.
Watson,
Cool, now I can take the day off.
did you see what he was up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching your house, but I had a customer. Then there's a loud bang. I ducked down. Not because I was scared, because I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise. And all I could see was him kneeling at your door.
Doesn't explain the whole Watson going off and getting married in the first book. Hey, sometimes you gotta keep up appearances, Gibraltar. It's fine. Like many of the men and women in Greek history, Holmes and Watson were just really good friends. Have you not heard of a polycule? Yeah? I mean, you know, everybody's got to consent to be part of the polycule for that to be the case, but it's always possible.
Which way did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
Well, that splashed back all over me. That's unfortunate. My t-shirt is now wet. Cup was way more full than I thought it was. And now I am as damp as Holmes and Watson. I hope this wasn't written by Moffat. No, it wasn't, Rocket. It wasn't. Holmes just likes to have his personal physician around. Yeah, exactly.
Can you describe the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of books. Up to his chin they were.
Never heard of a well-read assassin.
Looks can deceive. Hence the appeal of disguises. All right. You earned your shilling. That'll be all.
Thanks, Mr.
Oh,
Holmes.
that's actually
Maybe I
really
can be
impressive.
pioneers, if you have more shillings.
Huh. I like this kid. I like his
Get the
moxie.
Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
You don't have any more. Stop saying that we can get a copy when you don't have any.
Watch, just in case the strange man comes back.
Thanks, kid.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
How else is he going to get his crack? Yeah, exactly. You'll need to get a drink because you're too damn thirsty.
Get the Strand.
I'll
Get
do.
your copy of the
Get
Strand
nice
here.
and moist for me, won't you?
I'm trying to
Even have any
press F to interact with Watson
Okay,
instead of...
perhaps from Cordona.
Thank you for the hydrate, Cypher. I'll try and not hydrate
Get
my
the
shirt this
Strand.
time.
Get your copy of the Strand here.
Here we go. You've got a new question in your mind palace. Yeah, this is one thing that I'm not necessarily on board with about this game. And I think the later Sherlock Holmes games also do this. The mind
Get the
palace is
Strand.
here to
Get your
stay.
copy of the Strand here.
I suppose I can't really criticise because I like to refer
Get
to
the
my own
Strand.
brain as a memory
Get your copy of the
warehouse,
Strand here.
which I very definitely stole from Stephen King. But, at least it doesn't actually look like a palace. Stop trying to F Watson. Yeah, I know. I need to left mouse button Watson instead. Book from Barnes. Okay, so... Documents and testimonies, observations. The Strand is missing. We found the Strand. Hobby is a constant reader. Is this a surprise? This is a palace designed by H.P. Lovecraft, which works with the theme of the game. My brain is more like a really, really chaotic junk store. I love that idea, Grox. That's kind of why I liked the Memory Warehouse, because it was sort of organised but also extremely chaotic. And Jonesy, whose Memory Warehouse it was, it's Dreamcatcher, that idea comes from. Jonesy always had music playing in his Memory Warehouse, and there is constantly music playing in my head, so it just works really well for me as a way of describing the way my brain works. Everything's sort of filed into a specific place. Whether I can remember where I filed it or not is another question. And apparently the idea of mind palaces isn't a new one, and it's not a specifically Sherlock one. But Sherlock, the TV series, did sort of popularise the idea of a mind palace. Okay, so all we have... There we go. Barnes, the local bookseller... Oh, there we go. Mr. Barnes is involved in the scheme. The newsboy said the suspicious man was carrying a stack of books, and this morning Mr. Barnes, the local bookseller, delivered a novel for Dr. Watson. A cactus spine for assassination, a loud bang. A visit to Mr. Barnes is in order. Mind Palace is a memory retention tool. Yeah. So it's not something that has come about specifically because of Sherlock Holmes or Sherlock the TV series, but it is something that has been brought into other people's awareness by Sherlock, which is not necessarily a good thing in my opinion. For a few reasons. From a Darren Brown book, that makes sense. Darren Brown or Darren Brown? Or Dan Brown? Too many Browns. All the right books. Okay, so now that we've done that, I guess that means...
Yes, Barnes has his quirks, but he also
You can pin evidence for quick access to the information from your casebook. Open the casebook with C. Pin the evidence with a bookshop photo by pressing X. Okay. So I think that's supposed to be... Ah, it's this one. Okay, that's what we're supposed to pin. No, it was not Gibraltar. It was bad. Like many of the things that Moffat touches. He gets too hopped up on the smell of his own farts.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
Okay. So we need to try and find the bookshop. Now we know, from what Watson said, that it's not that far away. We could go and pick books up from Mr. Barnes, but he insists on delivering them. That's service. So it must be nearby. It's not that one. Sign's different. It's a lock and key shop. Good to know. Okay, apparently we found it. Ah, here it is. Sherlock spotted it before I did. There's a flower shop as well. Two books for the price of one. New books in the store. Charles Dickens, M. Gogol, Edgar Allan Poe. Lovely choices. Eldritch Mentry, old chap. That's way better than what I came up with. Bravo, Geist, and welcome on in. Can I make another elementary pun next time round? Or would that just be lazy? I don't know. Because I like Eldritch Mentry. That was very clever. Very, very clever indeed. And we will be playing more of this,
How about that
for
Dodo
definite.
fellow? He seems rather
Not necessarily on a
persistent.
Friday, but...
Would he do something like this? Why go through all this scheming to murder you? A spine stuck to the newspaper is hardly lethal.
There is a dog in here somewhere.
A ruined newspaper is hardly the end of the world. We can always buy another.
Well, we can't, because the kid's out of them. Just sold his last one, remember?
A ruined newspaper is hardly
Okay,
the end
no.
of the world. We can
So
always
he's
buy
got...
another.
You folks can hear the dog panting, right? It is a dog panting, isn't it? Puppy!
So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
He's a little boy down. Hi, beautiful. I want to know what your name is, little buddy. I don't know how to crouch. I know how to run, but I don't know how to crouch. Can I crouch? I can't crouch, which means I can't pet the dog. Want to pet the dog. We're going to explore before we go and talk to Barnes. Just in case there's any pertinent information to pick up beforehand. Save ourselves some time. This is a nice little bookshop. I like it. Seems fairly well stocked as well. Observe. We're just going to look at him. I'm going to stare at him awkwardly. Oh, what's this? Newspaper ink. Okay. Bruising. Oh, bags under the eyes. Okay. Leans heavily on his right leg. Sore left leg. Yeah, I know that one. Far too well, unfortunately. What's he got on his shoes? High heels. Wants to look taller. Mr. Barnes has developed a limp and has large bags under his eyes, the result of long hours of intense work. He is not very confident and tries to appear taller by wearing high heels. Seems unlikely that such a person would be involved in a murder plot, even if the ink on his hands suggests he is the one who soiled the newspaper. Nevertheless, Mr. Barnes could still be a pawn in a bigger plan without his knowledge. So we have to decide now whether we think he's just a workaholic or if we think he's the victim of blackmail. I suspect he's probably the victim of blackmail. Because the bags under his eyes may be the effect of overwork, or they could be that he's been stressed and he's not been sleeping properly as a result. His sore left leg could be a result of somebody causing injury to him. Or it could just be a thing that he has. Who knows? Okay, so if we select a different one, it actually gives us details about how things factor in for that. And I was right, look, Mr. Barnes has large bags under his eyes, the result of poor sleep and stress. He has developed a limp, likely the result of an attack. He wears high heels to look taller or stronger, presumably to deter future violence. Mr. Barnes is being threatened by someone and might be involved in a plot against me. So I think it's more likely that he's the victim of blackmail than he's just a workaholic that happens to have accidentally tried to poison Sherlock. Because why would he have damaged the newspaper if that was the case? Like, there is no need for him to have interacted with it unless he was in a position where he had to. So I'm thinking blackmail victim. Okay, so that's our character profile for him, or character portrait as it's describing it here.
Mr. Barnes, a word.
Oh shit, I thought you were dead.
Ah, for goodness sake.
Off he goes. Fucking coward.
Who goes there?
Sherlock Holmes. Now will you please...
Mr. Holmes. Golly, I did not see you come in.
Oh mate, you are a shit
care to
liar.
answer some questions for me?
Well, I wish I could, but I am deep in the weeds with work.
Oh really? Really?
Reschedule. In a
Uh-huh.
Come now, Mr. Barnes.
Uh-huh.
It'll only take a moment.
really deep in the weeds with important things.
Very important
Look,
things.
just take it and pay later. I trust you, Mr. Holmes.
Uh-huh.
Barnes doesn't seem like himself. Why is he acting this way?
You're asking the right questions, Doctor. Let's find a way to coax him out.
Okay. So we've got spidey senses. Oh,
The
look at
ladder was
that.
broken recently, judging by the freshness of the wood.
Oh dear. So that's probably where he injured his leg.
Apologies, but I can't hear you. Please come back later.
How very convenient.
Barnes has always been a little odd, but this is uncharacteristic even for him.
What we got here? Something suspicious?
Basics of cryptoanalysis, cryptography in Egypt.
Ooh, we like a bit of cryptography. Also has an interested hobby. Love a bit of cryptography. A catalogue of exotic plants on Barnes's counter. The name of the catalogue reads Everlasting Plants for an Everlasting Love. Interesting. So he has his eye on somebody, that would suggest, but doesn't think he can win them over with just his unique charm. Oh, it's the Z button, that's right.
We're looking for a cactus needle in a haystack. A spine in a book stack? No, come on, Watson, think. I like bookshops. One of the few spots in London where you are shunned for making a racket. Didn't
That
you
is
once
fair.
tell me that answers usually
I love a
lie in
quiet
plain
bookshop.
sight? Didn't you once tell me that answers usually lie in plain sight?
Oh, there's a copy of The Strand there. Can we pick it up?
Didn't you once tell me that answers usually lie in plain sight?
Killing Tempest. We go in here. Is there more stuff in here? Is that why I can't find anything? No, I don't think so. Ooh, what's that? Three things to find here.
In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is.
Ooh. Looking to see if any of these books can be interacted with. It doesn't look like it. Oh. Lady at the flower shop? Is that what we're looking at?
The finest view London has to offer.
Was Sherlock being a lech then? I think he was being a lech. Okay. Okay, so I can't move anywhere. Like, I can't move backwards. I can't look any higher up than this. Stack of books. Oh, stack of books! Well spotted, Cypher.
Improvised stand, but it does make the flowers more visible.
Very well spotted, Cypher. Nicely done. You'd think it changing from white to yellow would be enough for me to actually be able to spot it, but nope. Sometimes you just sort of, you know, UI blind when you're doing stuff like this. Wrong button. Oh, picture over there. Something I can interact with.
I could hardly imagine anything more macabre.
Okay. That wasn't massively helpful, Sherlock. Okay. Oh, that just makes us leave. Okay. I suppose it still counts as an interaction point to a degree. You know what? I'm gonna... This button? This button. Okay, cool. That should be, Why is Barnes acting so strangely? Apparently Nick Frost lives in my borough. Really? Oh, very cool. Okay. So, what I'm thinking is... Barnes is involved in the scheme is our... wrong button. Is our testimony for this. His profile is our document for proving it. So we just need to figure out which item is... the item. And I think it's probably... Where are they? Oh, they're not here. Oh, it's the flowers on display. It's an observation. Okay. Welcome back, Gibraltar. Anything on the bagel? It doesn't feel like it'd be the cryptology books. Several books about cryptology on Barnes' counter. The books are worn and not for sale. He has frequently consulted them and left annotations. I mean, I suppose that could speak to a wider issue. Like, he's been going over these cryptology books for a reason. He's very stressed about whatever it is. Missing copy of the Strand was in the bin with a cactus spine stuck in a sheet. Such spines are very tricky to remove once embedded in the skin, making it the perfect assassination tool if dosed with poison. The rest of the newspaper is damp and dirtied with potting soil. Cinnamon and raisin, so no. Ooh, cinnamon and raisin one though, that sounds lovely. Perfect accompaniment for a cup of coffee, I'd say. Okay, I am going to take a guess that it's actually the cactus spine. because he's behaving strangely because he's seen Sherlock Holmes, who he thought had been killed by the cactus spine that he was forced to deliver. Let's see if I'm right. I am wrong. Okay. That case, cryptology books. Dead flowers on display. Newsboy's testimony? No. Dead flowers on display is correct. Exotic plants guide. We only have this left to go on, so... Dead flowers on display is literally the only thing we've got right. Broken ladder? So that would explain his leg. I still have jam. Ooh, lovely. Okay. So if we'd got something right, it would have kept it there, which means we're missing a pertinent piece of information, it would seem. So, perhaps we need to leave. And see what we can find in the neighbourhood. Like another doggo! Hey, puppy!
What's your name?
Lily, I know, not very original.
Hi, Lily! You're beautiful.
The weather is dreary, isn't it? To be fair, my flowers could use the rainfall. I should have worn something warmer. People don't tend to come out for flowers when it rains. Perhaps I should try selling door to door. Have a look at my flowers. They will not bite unless you touch their thorns.
And then they'll prick rather than bite, so it's not
Have
so
a look
bad.
at my flowers.
Okay.
They will not bite unless you touch their thorns.
Okay.
Encouraging
that's-
people to stop and smell the roses?
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
Oh dear.
It must take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine so. I merely sell them.
Oh. Well, that's disappointing. And hey, look.
A familiar spine? Is this what I found in my dustbin?
Oh.
Pot is damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something.
Well then.
Anything tickle your fancy, Mr. Holmes?
Let's observe her. Avoids eye contact or distracted. Okay. Luxury fabric. Unusual for work attire. Yeah, very true. Mourning brooch. Honouring a deceased husband. Wearing makeup. For beauty or concealment? Both? Both is fine. Puppy. Can't interact with the puppy. I just love the idea that Sherlock Holmes, just in the middle of the street, whilst it's pissing it down with rain, just gets down on all fours and looks at her shoes. Like, really presses his head into the pavement. I know that's not what he does. It's not what he did. But that's what he's doing in my mind. This is full gremlin mode, Sherlock Holmes, on this channel. Clean boots. Changed shoes upon arrival. Miss Fleming wears a mourning brooch in memory of her late husband. Her dress is made from an expensive fabric that is not suitable for work. Her shoes show no traces of mud. She must have changed them when she arrived. Her eyes constantly dart around the street, seemingly in search for something. Perhaps she is waiting for someone? While Mrs. Fleming cherishes the memory of her departed husband, she is trying to move on, as suggested by her makeup and nice outfit. Perhaps she is dressing to attract someone's attention, or simply because she has learned to love herself again. I like that bit at the end there. Mrs. Fleming uses makeup to hide her tear-stained cheeks. Her dress is made from an expensive fabric that is not suitable for outside work. Her shoes show no traces of mud. She must have changed them when she arrived. While she tries to bury her grief by dressing extravagantly, she still wears a mourning brooch in memory of her late husband. Her gaze, always staring off to the distance, reveals her emotional detachment. Taken as a whole, one must conclude that Mrs. Fleming is still reeling from her tragic loss. Okay. So it could just be that she likes avoiding eye contact. I'm not a big fan of eye contact unless I'm very close with whoever it is I'm looking at. So if you ever meet me in person, folks, don't be offended if I look at your shoes instead of looking at your face. It's just the way I am. Surprisingly awkward in person, considering. As some of my online and then later real-life friends have discovered. It's a difficult one. It's a very difficult one. It was the better option when you met me. Oh, that's not true at all, Torpor. You were wearing an absolutely fantastic shirt when I met you in person. And I suspect that that is a running theme for you. You got style, Torpor. You got style. Yeah, I'm struggling to decide. Because whilst profiling a person based on the way they look can yield certain useful information, profiling them based on their looks alone is generally not a good way to do it. You need to analyse their behaviour more than their just physical appearance. The observation of trifles is extremely useful and important, but the observation of personality is more so. I think her eyes aren't constantly darting about, so I think saying that she's ready to move on and that her eyes are constantly darting about may be a bit of a red herring there. So I think she's still grieving. Hey, Zatheo, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well today. Also, I don't know if it's intentional, but it certainly looks like her makeup isn't quite where she applied it initially. Like, there's a little bit of tear staining going on with the eyeliner and the mascara. So I think it is fairly believable that she could have been crying and the makeup is there to try and cover that up a little bit. I think I'm going to go with still grieving. Particularly because she's still wearing her mourning brooch. If she was ready to move on, I don't think she'd have it quite so prominent. I think she'd have it tucked under her lapel a bit more.
My condolences, Mrs. Fleming.
Mr. Holmes?
Your husband's death. You're clearly still in mourning.
Oh no. I loved him more than anything, of course, but that was some time ago now. Life goes on.
A lesson we all learn, one way or another.
Oh, really? So...
I don't know anything about this, sorry.
Okay. Flowers in the window. Is it this one?
What do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
we go.
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh, I hope you're right.
Oh, really? Sherlock Holmes, ace detective and matchmaker extraordinaire. Mrs. Fleming says she knows nothing about the dead flowers, but hopes the bouquet is for her, even though they're dead.
One of these things is not like the other.
Because one of these things is murderous.
Come again?
The cactus. Those fearsome spines can prove a devil to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless, though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break.
Oh, really? The newspaper is indeed in the bin. Best line in a game ever.
Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller.
I'm back with jam. What kind of jam, Gibraltar? Tell us everything. And welcome back. Sorry, I'm a little peckish. I had a big lunch so that I wouldn't be hungry during the stream, but I don't know. I must be feeling better because my appetite's coming back. And my ankle doesn't look like it's, you know, made out of a watermelon anymore. Jams! Hey, Cece, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. It's lovely to see you.
Are you sure you're asking the right person?
Okay, so she knows nothing about the exotic plants catalogue either.
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Yes. No, not really. Well, in a way.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he is.
What happened? I went out drinking with my friends for my birthday, and lost a fight with a steep curb on the way home. Sprained my ankle quite badly.
Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy. So we see each other.
Oh, Gibraltar, that sounds good.
We once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as
Puppy
he approached.
love.
But since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
Really? You can't figure that one out? You don't have to be Sherlock fucking Holmes to figure that one out, lovey.
Have a look at my flowers. They will not bite unless you touch their thorns.
Late happy birthday, by the way. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Yeah. Despite the hiccup, shall we say, at the end of the evening, that was legit one of the best birthday celebrations I've had in a long time. It was nice to just metaphorically let my hair down. I don't exactly have enough hair to do it literally. I had a really good time with my friends, and it was really nice to see them in person. Okay, so we still can't... Puppy. Okay, do we have enough information to do the Mind Palace thing now? Let's have a look. I don't know if this is going to be right. I don't think it will be, actually. Exotic plants catalogue. Because that was about love. It was an exotic plant catalogue about romance. I've already got a thing in there. There we go. Okay, so. He's acting strangely because of Mrs. Fleming. All we've got to figure out now, is it the roses for sale? It's either the roses for sale or the cactus in the crack pot, I think. There we go. Barnes displays a bouquet of dead flowers to attract the attention of Mrs. Fleming, a florist. He may hope she will come into his shop and give him watering advice, or it could simply be a symbol of his desperation. Oh, that's kind of sad. Barnes anonymously gifted her a cactus, which he ordered from the catalogue on his counter. A questionable choice, but for Barnes, a symbol of his eternal love, since the catalogue presents these cacti as immortal. Plainly, this is the same cactus he dropped on the Strand, outside 221B Baker Street. Now to hear the full story.
I think perhaps I have been chasing shadows.
Do not despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
This has actually been a really nice little tutorial. And showing
Barnes,
Sherlock
I know
Holmes
what you
as
did, and I know why you
not
did it.
completely infallible.
I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
Uh-huh.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer.
I think we broke him.
I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's
This is
Dr. Watson.
so silly.
Rest assured, we
I
are
love
not
it.
interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
All right then.
Hi.
So, you know what happened then? I
You're-
was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus in your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that
Aw.
paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive.
Honestly, giving a
Your
florist a plant
clumsiness
is not
carrying
the worst
post
idea.
is
No,
matched
it's
only
not.
by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
Oh, shots fired.
I am useless to this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming knows.
It's okay, mate. So am I. This isn't really my area. Sherlock Holmes, ace icon. I know what to do. Watson, help.
As in most things in life, truth is the answer. Cease with the abstruse signals and anonymous gifts, and simply talk to the woman.
Hey,
What is the
Tabby,
worst
welcome
that
on
can
in.
happen? She rejects you, and you are freed from this endless purgatory.
Hope you're doing well today.
That... Yes, you are correct, of course. I do have a slight tendency to overthink things.
Fucking mood, mate.
So at last, we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
Oh,
Have you
now I
searched
can
the
read
Strand
it.
here all along?
Yes, I
naturally.
tried to look at it.
I am a bookseller. I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar
As
with
it's
the
only written
concept
proper.
of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and
Yes, okay.
Oh, that's
Just
very
give me the
exciting,
paper.
Tabby. I'm glad to hear that you've got a good weekend planned. I'm doing good, thank you. I'm. So I had to go outside for work yesterday, and it was only like a half day kind of thing. So I got home at noon-ish. But it's the most walking I've done since I sprained my ankle, and my body just was like, the fuck do you think you're doing? So I spent the rest of the day on the couch. I worked from the couch with my foot elevated. And then the second it was time for me to log off, I logged off. I came upstairs, turned my computer on, sat down for like 5 minutes, and then went, no, I'm too exhausted to do this. I'm going back downstairs turned everything off, went downstairs, watched Neo Ultra Q for a bit, and then went to sleep. And then I woke up and had dinner. And then I went back to sleep. I was just so exhausted. But I slept so much after work yesterday that I woke up early today and actually feel okay for a change, which is nice. I hope it lasts. It probably won't. But yeah, my ankle's doing a lot better as well, which is good. And my appetite's coming back, so things are on the up. And I've built most of the rats that I needed to build, so that's good too. Well done for managing all that walking and for taking good care of yourself out. Oh, thank you very much, Tabby. That's very kind of you to say. It helps that I have a really nice boss who was like, look, if you need to rest and put your ankle up for a bit after you get back from doing this important serious work thing, then do that. I do not care. Log on when you feel better. Seriously, just the best boss ever. Okay. The Strand, September 28th, 1882. Saltpeter explosion rocks docks. Yay, rats. They're not for me, Tabby. I am building them for somebody else. Sort of commission work. But I am really enjoying building them. Locals at the...
Come, Dr. Watson.
Oh shit.
Let's put this matter behind us.
I clicked by accident.
I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
Okay, can I read it in here somewhere? Is it this one? No. It's this one. It's the one that's right at the top. Supportive bosses are good. Mine's already planning what kind of work will be good for when I return to work and can't be around for more than 2 to 3 hours at a time. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm so glad you've got a supportive boss, Tabby. That's wonderful. I found out today that my boss is starting a project soon to build her very own mouse droid, and I am super hyped to see how it goes. I've told her she's got to send me progress pictures. Okay, where were we? It does, doesn't it? I am hyped to see what goes on with that. Locals at the Port of London had a rude awakening last night with loud bangs and thick red smoke disturbing the peace. Merchant ship Moskva had docked at Pier N3 in the early evening, en route to Europe, when it was rocked by several concussive explosions. Oh, I cannot read today. I'm so sorry, everyone. The Port Authority is yet to comment on the incident. It is unknown if any crew members were on board at the time. Eyewitnesses report seeing saltpeter leaking into the river. But with the area still off limits to workers and the public, it may be some time before we have a full account of what transpired. We had even less of an account of what transpired thanks to me accidentally doing a twitchy click there.
Well, that was an utter waste of time.
An assassination did seem rather unlikely.
Watson did warn you, Holmes.
Burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No. Well,
your shirt's
only
getting
that you
wet.
have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition, and that perhaps, if ill applied,
I see things that are not there.
yes, it is London. There will
Beautiful.
always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed.
Case?
Your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Oh, Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most...
This is the most romantic thing you've ever said to me.
Career, but...
It's brilliant. Let's go.
Oh, good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
Everybody knows that the way to Sherlock Holmes's heart is with puzzles and cases. A case? Wow! What is this, a cliché noir story? Yes. Yes, it is. I think as a tutorial, though, and as a setup for what's going to come later in this game, considering what the themes of this game are. That was fantastic. Seeing things that aren't there in a Lovecraft story, nothing bad will come of this. Exactly, Gibraltar. I think that was really well put together. A silly, pointless case that wasn't actually a case. Holmes and Watson's probably more proto-noir thinking about it. Yeah, I would argue that Holmes and Watson are sort of the progenitors of what would become noir fiction later. I've always been a really big fan of Sherlock Holmes. I used to read, my grandma has, like, the complete Sherlock Holmes in a big, like, omnibus book, which I also have now, but I have a hardback version. Mine is very fancy. I also have a paperback version for actual reading. The hardback, like, fancy bound version is a display book, really. I wouldn't want to damage it by reading it, daft as that may sound. But yeah, my grandma had this big, I think she still has it, Sherlock Holmes collection. And when I used to stay at hers in the summer, I'd get it off the shelf and it would just be the thing that I read all summer. I'd read it and reread it over and over again. That and the complete works of Shakespeare. I was one of those kids. Which is why the Silent Hill 3 Shakespeare puzzle made perfect sense to me and I didn't actually need any of the hints and I don't understand why people get angry at it. No one cares if you spill coffee on a Penguin Classics paperback. Exactly. Just got those on audiobook read by Stephen Fry. I also have the audiobook Gibraltar, just in case I don't feel like reading it, like, in front of me, so I can have it read to me. Is that a Japanese flag? That's a Japanese flag. Why is there a Japanese flag there? Who are you? Okay, I can't talk to you. Could be the Japanese embassy, I suppose, yeah? Did we have a Japanese embassy in the UK in the 1800s? I suppose we probably did, didn't we? Somebody wants in. Who's to say? Yeah, fair point. He does have a very soothing voice. It's a pity that some of his opinions leave a bit to be desired. But... oh dear. She's having a bad day. I should stop wandering around and actually... large mansion nearby. It's located on the same street as Barnes' bookshop.
Get nice and moist for me, won't you?
Torpor, thank you for the hydrate. Man's a wanker, but he's good at reading. Yeah. Wrong flag for the time period. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, and a posture check and a stretch as well. Thank you, Torpor, for the meat mecha maintenance. Oh, actually, I really needed that. Thank you. Lovely folks watching. Now is a perfect opportunity for you to engage in a little meat mecha maintenance of your own. Perhaps a little roll of the shoulders. An adjustment in your seat so that you're not shrimping forwards. A little sip of your drink. Or just having a little snack. Or getting up away from the device that you are watching this on and having a little potter around, making sure that your legs are staying nice and active and healthy. All those good things. Did you just Holmes the Holmes game? Approving nod. Yes? Yes, it did. Okay. Oh, is it this big place here? It must be. Reject humanity, embrace shrimp. I do not wish to hug the shrimps.
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the Inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. And it's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
Sergeant Ruffles? Does he work with Inspector Waffles?
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That's
Real
if we
crimes.
find him here breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Sting.
I mean, you know, having servants, especially if you're not paying them, is a fucking crime in and of itself. But we won't get into that. Because that's a rabbit hole we don't need to be going down right now.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. But when life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who aren't.
Real crimes. Crimes against landed white males, exactly.
Research.
You heard that, didn't you?
Hey, Cab, especially that guy. Yeah.
I shall need your written testimony. Then we can lodge a
I
complaint.
prefer surreal crimes myself. We'll get into the surreal crimes soon, I promise.
Learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
He lives in a shack.
But only to check he wasn't lying dead inside.
You've got all that
Everything seems
fucking
normal
space and you make him live in a shack.
Tell me about Kimahir.
He's foreign. A Maori. All the way
Oh.
from New Zealand.
Kiwi.
Biggest man you've ever seen. And as strong as two. Dark
Ceci
hair
n'est pas
and
un
fearsome
crime.
tattoo.
Yeah.
He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
Ugh. I hate this. Watson, why did you bring me this case? This case is bullshit.
I take
Crime
it this is
shack,
the first
yep.
time Kimahir has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. If he caused any damage, I will bear the responsibility. It was
I'm glad
I
you
who
folks are
discovered
having
the
fun.
savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
So, your slave ran away. Yeah, basically.
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to
Fucking
get them
Victorian.
myself.
Yep.
He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
Escaped? Escaped? I thought you said he'd vanished.
Is there any reason Kimahir may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Cabbage? Why cabbage? You not give him anything else?
Did Kimahir make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
I'm sorry, I
Still,
can't take
must have
Sergeant
collected
Ruffles
some
seriously.
No. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
Okay, so he was paying
And to
him.
get started, we
In
shall first
theory.
take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
Oh, wow. Wow. What is the male equivalent of a Karen? Because we just fucking found it. You and me both makes me laugh every time. Like, every time somebody says, Ruffles, I just think it's gotta be a cat, right? Or, like, a cute puppy. A Nigel. Okay, so we found a Nigel. Nigel Stenwick, everybody. Even if you're keeping a human being like they're an animal, probably need to give the most swole dude you've ever seen some meat once in a while. Yeah, exactly. Something other than cabbage. I bet his shack is gonna fucking stink. Everybody be on the lookout for a gassy Maori. In a fancy suit, by the sounds of things. Nigel is a gorilla. Really? Oh, I learned something really cool today, folks, and I think you will all appreciate it. Have you ever seen an actual bear in a movie? Like the animal, a bear, not a very cute, hairy gay man. Nigel is Tim Curry. Nigel Thornberry. I fucking love Nigel Thornberry. I'm assuming not. No, you will have done. If you have ever seen an actual bear in a movie that wasn't a CG bear, it is very likely the same bear in every movie you've ever seen, because there's only a handful of acting bears in the world. And the most prolific of those acting bears is Bart the acting bear. His name is Bart. As in, like, Bartholomew. So now whenever I watch a movie with a bear in it, I'm just going to be like, oh, hey, Bart! You are most welcome, Tabby. It's legit one of the best things I've heard in a long time. Made me so happy. Okay, so what we got here? Chewing tobacco. Lovely. What the fuck is that? We've got a shoe print there.
Shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots.
That's not going to be there for much longer in this rain. It's a miracle it survived at all. The fuck is that? Why is it doing that? It bothers me so. I also love spotting pet rats smeared with Vaseline in movies because filming with actual wild rats would be unsafe and irresponsible. Yeah. There must be something else, because I've only got 2 of 3, but nothing there. Done that one. Done that one. Where could it be? Do I have to move all the way here? No, it's not giving me anything. Maybe I have to come back for it later? There doesn't appear to be a crouch button. I assume it was a squiggly neuron. This, yeah, I guess so. It won't let me do anything with it. It's fascinating, though. I don't seem to be able to find anything else. So I wonder if perhaps I need to come back later. So we'll exit out of that. And I'm also gonna unpin this evidence, because we don't need to know where the mansion is anymore. See, I thought it was going to be something over here, like in the toolbox, but it won't let me look at the toolbox. Shoggoth? Yeah, could be.
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
Good on you, Watson. I'm glad you're angry about that.
Do you think Kimmy here had an accomplice in his escape?
Concentration helps you pick up smaller details about the world around you. You see a wavy green circle, press Q. Okay, so that's what that is. It's a wavy green circle. A concentration circle. So we'll come back in here. Would have been nice if it had given me that prompt before I left the wavy green circle. A knee print.
Looks like a knee print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read
There we
the ground like an
go.
open book.
See, stuff like that. Very definitely. With enough clues, Sherlock can use imagination to reconstruct the past. Press Q to see imagination nodes. Interact with nodes to begin and recreate an accurate version of events. Oh, that's cool! Okay. So I guess I need to fill up that little bar of nodes. Oops. Before I can interact further. Oh, that's neat though. Look at that. Very nice. Okay. How do I... Ah, I press Q again. Cool. My Uncle Nigel for many years played a gorilla in the Village Panther. Oh, I see. That's what the Nigel is a gorilla thing was about. I understand now, Cypher. Thank you. Oh, there's another one. Ah, I think I was supposed to find this one first, and that's why the prompt didn't pop up. But I've done this before in real life, so
They seem fresh.
I know better than to walk past things. Bit of hoblaw for you folks. When I was doing forensics at university, we had a crime house. No, it's not the same as a crime shack. Crime house is a simulated crime scene where the lecturers will leave basically like a string of evidence for you to be able to reconstruct the forensic procedure of collecting the evidence, documenting the evidence, and then you write up a forensic report and you present that in like a mock courtroom, and that's part of your final examination for a forensics degree. Yes, I did, CC. I did forensics and criminology, and now I work in IT. So we were in the crime house getting the evidence for our final exam, and nobody could find the shell casing from the bullet that had been part of the crime. I found it. I was the only person in my entire class that was able to find the shell casing. I did archaeological science and work in government. Damn. Yeah, our degrees never got us anywhere, did they? Did it roll under something? No, it had got wedged between the floorboards. What I did was I looked at where the victim was placed, where they would have been shot from, and went, oh, okay, so the shell casing will have pinged off over here somewhere, and just looked around until I found it. Got me my husband. Oh, that's lovely, that is. Okay, so your degree got you something. It got me some friends as well. So, that's interesting. Can I interact with it? No. I'm trying to get my mouse back into the center of the screen so I don't end up clicking on chat by accident. There we go. Okay, so we already know about the nodes thing, and we can't really do much with it at the moment, so we'll just carry on. I'm guessing the dragon is something that might come into play later. No worries at all, Cypher. You take care. Economics, anthropology, physics. Holy heckers, Torpor. That is a selection and a half. Did you have a favourite out of the three?
Is Stenwick really so miserly?
Oh my god, what an arsehole. New clothes, he says. Made of fucking Hessian. Basically had his slave in a potato sack. Oop.
A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called.
Probably the studio art classes I took to unwind. Amazing. Love it. I did comp sci. And all but flunked. Oof. To be fair, computer science can be really fucking brutal. I've known a few people that did computer science. Slow did computer science. And it is just... It is one of the most challenging degrees, from what I understand, to do.
A scrap of Hessian.
Okay.
These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a...
Ah, yeah, that also makes sense, Tabby. That's rough. Okay, so we've not got enough for another node yet.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained
That's
the
a-
shape of an impact.
That's a
Someone hit their
face.
head here.
Yeah. That looks exceedingly out of place. Can we... There we go. Hello.
A small navy spyglass.
Interesting. Why would that be here? Oh, we got another node. Lovely stuff. I can't remember how we get it to do the thing. Ah, there we go. Okay, we don't have anything else yet. That can't be right, though. He couldn't have fallen backwards, because the imprint in the bag was his face, so he fell forwards. Surely. Found out the hard way that if you uncover human remains during an archaeological dig, the least paperwork option is to rebury those remains and forget you ever saw them. I filled out a lot of paperwork instead. Oh my god, Torpor. I can imagine that must have been an absolute nightmare. Nothing, Tabby. It makes a whoosh noise. Which suggests that I haven't got enough stuff to make the next connection, but that's okay. We've got some stuff over here.
No air coming through it. Is this a Tanifar?
There we go.
Or something else?
Either way, it's giving me chills.
There's a bone here.
Mutton chops. The remains of a meal.
Oh, there we go.
A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
Holmes's ears prick up immediately. Oh, really? And where would someone get something like that? He says. Asking for a friend, of course.
The ashes are long since cold.
I should sample it to gain a better insight into the victim. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, Denwick is no angel, but he's one of my few clients. Please, try to remain courteous. This disappearance is intriguing, no?
Hey, Waffle, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well today. Yeah, that's exactly it, Tabby. And that does not surprise me in the slightest, Torpor. How did your Grim Fandangoing go earlier? I did see that you'd gone live with it. How are you finding it so far? I know you had some problems with the wheelbarrow puzzle.
No, I cannot make head nor tail of it.
Okay, so we already looked at the clothes. I am so fucking angry about the way he has misrepresented his treatment of this poor guy. It's completely unacceptable. He knows what he's doing is wrong. And you know he knows because he's lied about it. I have managed to go to the edge of the world now. Ah, fantastic. So you're making some good progress then, it sounds. Don't fall off. Okay, can't do anything with that door. Nothing for the fountain? No, it doesn't look like it. Got a little gate here. Oh, here we go.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
Okay, so need to find a key for that. Oh, hello. He did say no air was coming through. So what's this?
The rag
Is it just a
reeks of
simple
smoke.
rag?
Someone plugged the chimney.
Getting a bit frustrated with how the characters are acting at the moment. Anything in particular, Waffle? Is it Manny that's the problem here? Okay. Just recentering my mouse. I need to remember that as much as I can, just move the screen around by moving my mouse. I need to right click so that my mouse stays in place on the central screen. Mostly spent his time making proclamations and chasing grad students. That sounds about right, Torpor, unfortunately. I hope you had a good time despite that. Glottis is a precious little bean and we all love him. To be fair, everybody in that game, with the exception of Glottis, is an arsehole. They're just different levels of arsehole at different points during the game. I think we went in here before, but I'll check again, just in case. No, there doesn't seem to be anything to interact with here. Nothing there either. I suppose now we go and have a go at him for lying to us. I thought the Meche wouldn't be, but she is acting up now too. Yeah, I had problems with Meche when I was playing it for the first time. Like, I love the game, I really do. It's a wonderful story, fantastically designed world, really good characters, and some of the puzzles are really fun. But yeah, I took issue with some of the behaviours of the characters. And yes, I get why, but I also don't. Yeah. I was the same. I'm sorry to hear that you're getting more frustrated with it. I hope you can find enjoyment in it, and that if you do decide to continue playing it right through to the end, that you enjoy it more than you come away from it having enjoyed it more than having not enjoyed it, if you know what I mean. Okay, so we are gonna have a massive fucking go at this guy for lying to us, if we can. Spyglass. We'll leave that for a minute, because we're gonna focus
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack.
on the fact that he lied to us.
Yes, I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting.
Oh, did you now?
Where on earth are you going with this?
Okay, so anything that's already got red writing on it isn't going to work for us. I think.
You were meant to be intelligent.
Yeah, okay, so anything that's already got red writing in, he won't talk to us about.
Are you joking? Why would I know this?
The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I
think
have
I'm about
uncommon
halfway
locks
now.
on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick.
You might be a little more than
Jimmy
halfway.
and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden.
You're making really good progress, though.
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimahir's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it. I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
Do you happen to know Kimahir's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest. But I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
Has Kimahir ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimahir's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used...
Ah, yes, that is a timing thing. Waffle. Okay, so... we aren't getting anything else out of him, it seems. Let's have a chat with Watson.
This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail.
Hello there.
Hey, Buff, welcome in. I hope you're doing well
This
today.
disappearance is intriguing, no? I
Okay,
cannot
Watson
make
has
head nor
nothing to
tail.
say to us. So... okay. What do we need to do here? Let's have a look at what we've got in here. Where does Kimahir's trail lead? So we've got chewing tobacco remnants and a spyglass. The spyglass was actually in his shack. Watson is really hot in this game. He's Dr. Hotson, is he? It's okay, I'll bad joke myself for that one. I'm glad you think so, Waffle. Oh, you bugger, that's a lot of observations. Mr. Barnes loves Mrs. Fleming. I don't think that's relevant right now. I'm easily pleased. Lock with an unusual trail in Captain Stenwick's garden. That's the fresh parallel tracks. Yeah, so that's the tracks. So I think, based on the evidence that we've got, Kimahir was pushed over in his shack by somebody carrying a navy spyglass. Spyglass fell out of the person's pocket during the scuffle. Kimahir face planted into the sack with the... was it dirt in it? And was then loaded into a cart or something similar and taken probably out of that locked gate, would be my thinking. Question is, how did they get that meat brick of a man into the cart? Oh, we actually need 2 items from this section. It's very likely, considering this newspaper article, that the person carrying the spyglass could have been somebody from the Moskva. So let's see if that's right. It could be the chewing tobacco remnants that we need, though. Somebody waited for the right time to strike. We'll go with the chewing tobacco remnants. Let's see how that goes. None of my options were right there. That's disappointing. Okay, so we'll go with the strand and the clothes made of Hessian, because it's literally all we've got in this section. Go with that one, maybe? Oh, that's interesting. So they've changed. That one's changed colour now. Or has it? No, it hasn't. we've still got the strand. But we don't have any more blues. So... Huh. Doing good. Keen's Battletech paint box arrived, and the seller, being an awesome person, put our favourites, the Iceman and Cataphract, in the package as bonus goodies. Oh, that's so wonderful! I love that. Okay. Lock with an unusual keyhole? And the footprints then. Oh no, because I can't. I need another blue thing, and I don't have another blue thing. So we are missing some evidence. We must be. Oh! Apparently got enough clues for another reconstruction. Let's see where the third one is. We've got one there. And two over here. Okay. So we've got an unknown person. Oh, okay, okay. If we go back to this one. Let's change things up a little bit. Oh, well, there we go. Interesting. So it's actually letting us change it now. It wouldn't let us before. Okay. So, our options here are... Come here. Gets knocked backwards. An unknown person gets knocked backwards. Or an unknown person drags Kimahia across the floorboards. Bumping into this box, stumbling, face planting. This, based on the evidence that we have, makes more sense because there's Hessian trapped in the boards there. So that's the one we want to go with. So now we need to go over here. And take another look at this one. So we've got that in as Kimahia at the minute, which we know is wrong because he doesn't chew tobacco. So we've got a mystery person chewing tobacco, or we've got... Oh, here we go. Mystery person chewing tobacco with a spyglass, which makes a lot of sense. Okay, so I think that's how the reconstructions need to be. Question is, what do I do with that information now? Can't do anything else with my mind palace, can I? Sack of grain. It was a sack of grain with a face imprint in it. Okay. We need another blue thing and we haven't found the other blue thing. What could it be? We've already interacted with that and that gave us nothing. Well, it didn't give us nothing, but... I must be missing something. But... can't see any indicators of things that I can interact with that we haven't already looked at. Other than Watson, who gives us bugger all.
This is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
Yes, it does. So you see these little, sort of grayed out targets? They're things we've already interacted with completely. Watson doesn't count. He just has a constant interaction thing. You can talk to him as much as you like. Even though he'll probably just say the same thing over and over again. Can we get around the back of the shack? I don't think we can. It doesn't always highlight clues either, I should mention that. I've got it on the easiest game setting. As I tend to when I'm streaming stuff, just because it makes it a little bit easier to manage, you know, chatting with you folks and playing the game and actually making progress. Watson has a toy string you can pull to make him talk. Yes. Yes, I love that. That's exactly what it is. There's a snake in my boot. Okay, no, that is grayed out now, so we've found everything we can there. It feels like there should be something here, but there's not. And Buzz Lightyear karate chopping action, yes! That's only in the movies, though. No karate chop action in this. Not so far, anyway. Okay. Oh, we can talk to him again. Potentially.
Still here?
Oh, okay, no we can't. Wow, this guy's an arse piece. Okay, I think we may have to leave the site and come back. Now we know there's a locked gate off to the right, so if we leave and go to the right, perhaps we can see what's on the other side of it. There's a guy here we can maybe talk to. Can't talk to him. Okay. Hans. Oh, look at this. Carriage tracks. Interesting. Oh, it's a police carriage. Can we... Nope. We can't go that way. Okay. Can we talk to anybody here? More copies of the papers. Butcher. Another horse. Okay, so we can't talk to anyone here. Cabbages. Oh, we have a run button. I forgot we have a run button. So the police have blocked off. I don't know what to do. I'm clearly missing something that will allow me to progress. But I have no idea what.
If you find my man, I have a marvelous whiskey with your name on it.
You're paying me in whiskey. Fuck you, buddy. Okay, so he's neither use nor ornament. Surprise, surprise. Kill him. Yeah. Oh, look at the way he treats his man, as he put it. He's paying you at all? Yeah. No, he's going to keep that whiskey in his safe for safekeeping like he does with Kimihia's wages. You know he's not getting those fucking wages. Oh, it's reset everything by the looks. Or has it? No, that's how we expected it to be. Okay. That's how we want it to be. There's nothing for me to do there. See, there's 2 more reenactments I should be able to find and do, but maybe they're outside. Maybe that's the problem. We've got these 2 here. Can I run while I'm in this mode? No. I can walk slightly faster though, so we'll do that. Go all the way around here. No. Looks like there's nothing, even in this mode. Okay. Like, I would say everything is sort of pointing towards the fact that he's at the docks, but I don't think the game is gonna let me progress yet. Stomach says that only he and Kimihia have the key to this unique lock. Parallel tracks. Behind the statue, someone had been chewing tobacco whilst hiding for some time. They wore size 11 boots. Oh, okay. That didn't do anything anywhere near what I expected it to do there. Spyglass on the floor at the entrance to Kimihia's shack. Captain Stenwick does not recognise the object and has never seen his servant with it. The spyglass seems to belong to someone else. Stack of clothes made of Hessian in Kimihia's shack. Okay, we already knew that. Oh! I've got more blue things now! So it's a spyglass and the chewing tobacco, unless we already used that. Nope, locked with the unusual keyhole. No, okay. And now all the blue things are gone again. Fuck. Okay, I already knew that bit. I figured that out myself. Often you will not have all the correct evidence to answer each question, so keep investigating until you do. Answering a question with correct evidence on the first try grants you a bonus score. Okay. Well, that's not going to fucking happen tonight. I don't know. Because I've got no other items. I've only got the newspaper now. Because once you've used them, they disappear. And I don't know if they come back. No, they do not. I'm guessing he won't talk to us.
This dreary rain is making a miserable day even worse.
So only him and Kimahir have a key for that gate. Perhaps the key that Kimahir had is actually still in the shack? Maybe I just didn't notice it? Your face is making a miserable day worse. Yeah. Let's have a closer look. If I were a key, where would I hide? Ah! Hello. There's a key right here. I can't seem to interact with it though. And I can't... How did I do that before? Not that button. There's a zoom button, but I can't remember what it is. Analyze surroundings. Right. Oh, okay. I guess, I guess there's not a zoom button then. But how do I... Because there's a key right there. Is it not the right key? I can't tell. Huh.
Clothes made of Hessian. Is Sten really so miserly?
This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head
No
nor
air
tail of
coming
it.
through it.
See, in theory, I've already found everything here, because it says I have,
Impressive.
but...
The sack of grain retained the shape of an
The
impact.
ashes? Could
Someone
be in
hit
the
their head here.
ashes. Let's see.
No air coming through it.
Wrong one. Trying to get the bottom thing, and it's not letting me. Maybe I can't use that one anymore. Okay, so it doesn't allow for hints. That's okay. There's got to be something that we've missed. But what? I shouldn't have any evidence pinned anymore. Oh, I've unlocked new outfits. Nope, where'd it go? Where did it go? This one? Nope. There it is. Put the bowler hat on so that he's got a bit of matching colour. So I guess a green icon means we found all the evidence. We've not found all the evidence here. I wonder if I've missed one of the squiggly node thingies. I mean, I don't think I have. But it's kind of impossible to tell. Damaged wall here, which we can't interact with. I might look it up. Because I've got this sneaking suspicion. Welcome back, Cypher. I've got this sneaking suspicion that it's something like horrendously obvious. And I'm just not seeing it.
Hello there.
Bravo, Tabby. Okay, let's have a look-see. There we go. Okay, so we found those. That's good. Done that. Done that. Done that. Done that. Either should approach the back door to the garden. Why do I need to do that here? That makes no sense. Okay. Apparently we need to pin this piece of evidence. I'm not quite sure why. Oh, you're kidding me. Okay, so apparently if we pin this piece of evidence, it should highlight things related to that piece of evidence. Like the keys that I wanted to interact with and wasn't allowed to. That's a little frustrating. Like, I don't remember it telling me that I had to pin pieces of evidence to be able to look at things. I'm in a giving mood today, Tabby. Okay, so... there we go. keep doing that. I hit the wrong button. So if I go into queue now, does that... Got that one there. Oh, is it? Do we have to go to the gate? We have to go to the gate. There we go. Okay.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
Here we go. More likely to have been the unknown person. Okay. So let's come out of that. And let's try pinning a different piece of information then. What have we got? Could possibly... So that's got a pin icon next to it, so I guess that's something that we need to pin for additional information. Let's find out. There we go. Yeah, okay. Parallel tracks often used. Grass doesn't grow here. Pile of logs. Fallen?
Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere.
There we go.
Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
That's all of them. Question is where... Oh! Is it here? Ah, here we go. Yeah, I think it's likely to be that one. We've not actually validated any of these yet. I don't know if we had the option to before, but let's see what else we've got. Nope. Nope. So. Oh, is that a no, we can't do that? Have I gotten it all wrong? Do I have to validate them in order?
Get nice and moist for me, won't you?
The logs near the shack are in shambles as if someone had dropped them. There are similar tracks near Kamihia's shack. Garden cart was usually kept under the rain cover. Okay. Toport, thank you for the hydrate and the posture check there. Much appreciated. I am slouching a little bit, and I haven't had a drink in a little while because I've been so focused. So yeah, I think they might do, Tabby. I think they might do. So is this the first one? Yeah. Okay. Huh? Okay, it's still not letting me validate. Save early, save often. Yeah, that's fair. Oh! I had to hold it down.
The intruder waited for a window of opportunity.
I'm a fool.
When Kimihia went to sleep, the man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimihia inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but
How could I not know that? Pff, yeah, I'm a fool. Silly me.
And dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final
What
challenge
even
was
is
opening the
UX
garden
design?
door.
Mm.
Luckily for our intruder, Kimihia had the key in his shack.
Remarkable. It makes total sense.
There we go. Wait, once we got over the you need to pin evidence hurdle there. That wasn't so bad. I think they've got a lot of stuff going on in terms of, like, the amount of bits of information and things that you need to do with a very limited amount of controls. So I can kind of understand why it's the way it is. But I think perhaps they could have been a bit clearer about some of the tutorials. I think it should be these three. Oh, okay, no, 2 of them. They're shoe size and the spyglass, but not the chewing tobacco. But I don't think I've got anything. It's not clothes made of Hessian. Could be the strand? No. It's not clothes made of Hessian. Yeah, okay. Making it clearer that it's an essential mechanic would help. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, Tabby. It's a good idea, just maybe not executed as well as it could have been. I still don't have any items that I can use for this one. So I guess I can't do anything with either of those at the moment. I'm still missing information. But...
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
Oh, fuck off.
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimahir's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimahir, likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it?
Of course he didn't.
One ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
I won't keep you in suspense.
He's a
any longer,
bellend.
Captain. Kimahir was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimahir's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimahir,
It's a Parlisine asshole. Yeah, exactly.
out of your garden.
Now, hold
What the
on.
difference is
All
between
this simply to tell me what I already know.
Nigel here
Why
and
haven't you
Sherlock
found him
Holmes?
I only
Presentation.
arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly,
Gotta wait for the
incredible
payoff.
that
Yeah,
I've
exactly.
already deduced
There is
so
no
much.
point
Every second
in
you dawdle
doing all
here,
this
waiting
work.
For me to stroke your ego is another second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who.
I just want my
I am
slave
only
back.
interested in
Arsehole.
recovering my investment.
Oh, fuck
Fair enough,
off.
claptrap boy.
People aren't cargo, mate. Do it yourself then. Go on then. If you want your servant back, go fucking get him. What did you call me? It won't let me save in the middle of an argument, and I really just... I want to burn this bastard to the ground. Fuck it, I know what I need to do if I have to do it again.
Captain, you are so addled by delusions of competency that you miss the blindingly obvious. Without the assistance of others, you are utterly incapable. Here endure your nonsense far longer than I will.
The fact is, Captain, I tell you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a killer to
Kill
follow
him.
his trail.
Yeah.
Well, then you should have led with that. Here you go. I hope you'll return soon with good news.
Yeah, the good
And
news
in
will
the
be that
meantime,
Kimahir's gone
please
home.
teach your companion
Not
art
to your
of
fucking
brevity.
shack. Hey, Steen. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. Now, I know you've played this, Steen. you have played this game. I caught a little bit of you playing it whilst I was working a few weeks back now, maybe longer. Did you have problems with not knowing that you needed to pin evidence to be able to progress to get the key? Because I don't think the game made it clear that I needed to do that, but it might have been that I just missed that instruction. You had trouble with it as well. Okay, cool. What year is it in this game? It is 1885, I think? It's 1800s. I discovered it by mistake.
We have happy accidents.
As Bob Ross says, that was a happy accident for sure. Yeah, I looked it up because I was getting really frustrated that I couldn't see a single thing I could interact with that I hadn't already interacted with. Very happy one, I bet. Yeah, well done. I had to ask the internet for help because I couldn't figure it out. You just figured it out for yourself, mate. Well done. Okay, so we got more evidence here. Poop! Poop is evidence. 86. Thank you, Gibraltar. A lot of cigarette butts.
Cigarette butts. Someone stood here for hours. There was a cab waiting here. Our abductor slipped in and then off into the night.
Roy Soulsby.
Could that be the name of our man?
He's going to be really pissed off if it is.
A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the colour and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor?
Saltpeter?
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter.
Then we're in agreement. Well done. Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair.
At this point in game, slavery has been outlawed in Britain for 78 years. Ah, but technically he's paying him. He's a servant, not a slave. Keeps his wages in the safe. Guy is using every fucking loophole there is to continue having a slave, despite it being illegal. She's a horrible person. Obligatory, that just sounds like slavery with extra steps. Yeah, that's because it fucking is.
Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahir's cart, I gather.
Where else would the money be safe? In the pockets of its owner. There's that bit of broken wall that I was looking at going, broken wall in my pants. Ayy. Anything else of interest down here? Doesn't look like it. Can we dig through some more rubbish? No. Sherlock has come out of his gremlin phase and will not be digging through the trash anymore. Set an invite. Oh my.
How lewd.
Okay. Mind Palace. Palace of the Mind. Calling card. Nay. Sailor's knot. Yay. A particular knot, a spyglass, and the footprints of a working man's boots. They all add up to one conclusion. Kimahir's abductor is a sailor. Okay. I think it's going to be the wallet with saltpeter. Nothing chimney. Lock with unusual keyhole. Abductor is a sailor. There we go. Must be conscripted into the Royal Navy then. We now know that Kimahia's kidnapper is most likely a sailor, that his wallet bears saltpeter residue, and that there was a recent saltpeter accident in the Port of London. Everything suggests that to find Kimahia, we must head to the Port of London. There is no time to lose. It is vital that we find a cab to the Port of London immediately. How many times can you say Port of London before it loses all meaning? The answer is 3. Two. For me, it was 3. Wait, where are we going? Someplace.
Of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed.
Can't remember where. Portsmouth. Yep, that's it. We're going to Portsmouth. Hull. Oh yeah, of course we're going to Hull. Welcome back, Tids. You there, cabby. Depart this location? Yes. Let us depart this depressing location.
Where to, Gav? The Port of London, please. I will show you where to stop.
Oh, yes, yes, yeah. We're going to the Sea Life Centre, aren't we? That's the only thing you go to Hull for. Hie thee to the port, good fellow! Yep. Oh, no, it was the Port of London. There we go. Should have been able to remember that.
Mr. Holmes, what a compelling
Because
mystery.
the Port of London is going to be so much better.
Perhaps I have the premise.
Hello there.
My next novel.
One kidnapping does not a story make.
Stop! A black cat crossed before us. It's a bad omen.
Fun fact, that is an American bad omen. Black cats used to be considered lucky in England.
Imagines a physician would keep a surer footing in reality.
Fun facts with Hobby Tan.
Before the war, my time abroad was difficult.
Uh-oh.
Once, I came across an Afghan, bleeding. I could not say.
Any subs want to post some Hobbies trauma into chat? Because it sounds like Watson's about to trauma dump. Trauma dump. There we go. Eventually. Got there eventually.
Sometime later, I found myself lost in the desert. Dehydration set in, and things grew ever more dire.
I believe they're unlucky here too. Really?
I said a prayer and placed the rosary on a rock. A gift to gain God's favour.
And you were rescued.
Watson was a colonial trooper. He was in the military before he went to live with Hobbies trauma. Thank you, Tiz.
I'm sure you have another explanation prepared, Mr. Holmes, but I think I shall cling to the occasional superstition.
Oh, can you tell I'm tired and it's really fucking warm?
So long as it does not interfere with my methods.
The Afghan war vet has trauma?
We must press on.
Who'da thunken?
The question remains, why abduct Kimahia?
Sounds like a less well-known Miyazaki movie. New from Hayao Miyazaki. Trauma Dump. What would the main themes of Miyazaki's Trauma Dump be? I mean, obviously there'd be anti-war sentiment in there, it'd be environmentalist, but what else? Would we have planes? He does like to talk about planes, he likes his planes. How traumatized can we make this small raccoon? Wow. At least one spirit tramping about, yep. Planes and trains are cool. They are. Planes? Birds? Ooh, could be birds, yeah. Sherlock can ask bystanders about a piece of evidence. Press C to open the casebook. Pin the evidence with X and then speak to someone. Ah, right, okay. Now it's telling us that we have to pin the evidence. So that we can use it with people and things. Well, with people specifically. It's nice that it cleared out all of the evidence we don't need anymore. So let's... Let's pin Soulsby's calling card. Ooh. We need a lot of stuff for that one. Superman? Bravo, Waffle. Okay, I'm gonna skip that now because I don't want it on the screen anymore. I do kind of wish they'd disappear once you'd done the thing they were telling you to do. Okay. It's a bit foggy, isn't it?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I think I can help you.
I'm glad he said curiosity then.
I'll do.
The man usually wanders close to the dockyard. Oh, okay. So he's going to be closer to the dockyard than we are. Foggy in Victorian London? Say it ain't so. Fog in the Port of London in the late 1800s? Who would have thought? This time of year, entirely localised in the Port of London. Is he a bit, you know, close to the dockyard? I think he might be. Mmm, tasty, tasty smog. You can smell the carcinogens. Yeah, you can. That's an octopus. Porthos! Mate! Could you lick your butt any louder? Holy shit. Even though he said curiosity, it still sounded like a pickup line. I mean, if I was going to try for pickup lines, I'd probably say something equally bad. Tentacle friend, dead. Yeah. Are we in the fucking port of Innsmouth? Well, this is a Lovecraftian Sherlock Holmes game, so maybe? It's a big heckin' octopus. It is. It's like a baby Thulu. Hi. Okay, no, he won't talk to me. Puppy? Puppy! Hi, puppy! Is it nice and dry under there? Good, puppy. That's it. You bark at me. I'm a stranger. I've just realised that it's changed our outfits. A good boy. There are many good boys in this game.
Can I ask you a question?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
But I didn't ask you the question yet. Hey, Slow. I'm Sherlock Holmes.
Sure you are.
Wow. That hurt. You should have seen the shit-eating grin on his face when he said that, folks. That one cut deep.
Can I ask you a question?
Ugh, I'm sorry. I don't know anything.
Is this familiar to you?
I'm sorry.
We heard the
Give me
grin.
a fuck boy.
You fucking tell him, Cypher. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm interrupting you taking a leak.
It is a shame I can't answer your question.
Oh, what hard times are these when a hobby can't be Sherlock Holmes? I know! It's completely unacceptable. Everybody knows that Sherlock Holmes is just 6 raccoons in a trench coat anyway. We're basically kindred spirits at this point. He isn't taking a leak, he's holding some peas.
can I ask you a question?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
It's a VIP, very important piss. Why does nobody want to talk to me? Is it because of the way I'm dressed? We need to sort this wardrobe situation out. Let's take the silly hat off. Where is... Navy officer uniform, marine uniform. Let's go marine uniform. Hello, sailor. Oh, look! We look like we're going to school in Japan. Kawaii desu ne. We look like every fucking anime pro tag ever now. Usagi? You calling me bunny? Hair is too sensible, that is true. I'm just putting my mouse back on my middle screen. There we go. Sherlock legging it to the crime scene with a slice of toast in his mouth, worried he's gonna be late on his first case. Yes! Suddenly struck with the urge to rewatch Tante Opera Milky Holmes. Oh god, that show was bad. I didn't know it meant bunny. I only know it's the name of Sailor Moon. Yes, it means rabbit. Usagi is rabbit. Because I was about to make a tiger and bunny reference. It's why if you've ever seen those cute little, like, slices of apple that have ears cut into them, and a couple of sesame seeds for eyes, they're called Usagi Ringo. She's literally bunny apples. You're not 15 with stupid hair. I did have stupid hair when I was 15, though. Help! Gervish is missing for a week. Please tell if you see him. Ask Dyer in Port Shantytown. Red rag over house entrance. Okay. Missing person poster. So that's 2 missing people. There's a bloke up a ladder there. Or the comic series, Usagi Yojimbo. Yeah, which is Yojimbo, but with bunny rabbits. 2 missing people. I love Count Von Count.
It's a shame I can't answer your question.
Because not only is he an adorable character, but he's actually surprisingly accurate vampire lore. We stand the count, we do. A friend of mine, who some of you will have met in chat before, went to a charity vampire-themed event dressed as the Count. Made himself a cape, which he like attached bats to the inside of so he could count them. He'd got the gloves. He made himself a Count Von Count head. It was a fucking fantastic costume. I think he either won the costume competition or he came second. It was so good. You say vampire lore as if it's a coherent thing. It is a coherent thing. Vampire lore is very, very consistent right up until you start getting into the sort of Twilight era. And then it just sort of goes off the rails a bit. Ooh, sparklies! Yeah. Oh! Oh! I wasn't expecting to be able to come in here.
Oh, hardly a reputable establishment.
I've seen worse.
I bet you have. Oh, hello. Who are you?
Greetings, miss. I'm hoping you can help us.
We shall soon see.
Let's observe her. Sir, this is a Wendy's. If her name is Wendy, that is hilarious. Chapped lips and pale. She's not very well. Depends on the vampire. Yes and no. There are consistencies across most vampire stories. Vomit stains. Morning sickness. Is she with child? Apart from the fact that Dracula went out in daylight until the movie adaptations. Ah, but he didn't sparkle when he went out in daylight. Either that or dehydrated, yeah. Floor to ceiling butts. Love to see it, yes. Why is her waistcoat smouldering? The little sparkles here are indicators that there is something I can investigate. Belly, a bit distended. I see your belly's a bit distended. Trousers, a little too tight. Is it me, or is Sherlock just being super fucking judgmental of the way this woman looks? That's fair belly. Yeah. Fucking same, Tabby. It's Holmes's eye for the straight guy, a little bit, yeah. I was thinking it felt a bit judgmental, so I'm glad it's not just me. Yeah, he's just like, yeah, she's probably pregnant because she's a bit fat and her clothes don't fit properly. Also, she looks sick. Dude, maybe she's just not very well. Cool your jets. The barmaid is in the early stages of pregnancy, hence the slightly distended belly and hints of morning nausea. Chapped lips and a pale face indicate a lack of proper nutrition, however. She tries hiding her swollen belly by wearing trousers that are too tight for her. She's a Victorian Londoner. Yeah, of course she doesn't look well. The barmaid is in the early stages of pregnancy, hence the slightly distended belly and hints of morning nausea. Chapped lips and pale face indicate a lack of proper nutrition, however. So that bit's the same either way. Be a fucking less wrong evangelist, wouldn't it? Yeah. I feel like Holmes here, were this the modern day, would quote tweet people's selfies. Oh my god, he would, wouldn't he? So it makes more sense that she's unaware of her pregnancy, because why you wouldn't wear clothes that are too tight for you to try and conceal it, because that will just make it more pronounced. So she doesn't know that she's preggers. If she is preggers, and it isn't just that she's had a particularly large meal because she's been lacking in basic nutrition for some time. Barmaid is in the early stages of pregnancy, clearly has yet to know of her pregnancy as she keeps wearing her usual clothes, which are now too tight for her. Not even bother having a conversation about the evidence or anything, just, you're pregnant. Let's not do that.
My colleague and I are seeking a burly man, above average height, with workman's boots.
Half my customers, then.
I will never stop being amused at medical people asking if I might be pregnant. Fantastic, Tabby. Love to hear it.
I heard tell of a recent explosion in the port. What do you know of it?
Ah, yes. Something exploded in a ship's cargo hold. Caused a terrible blaze. The sky was red with smoke.
Oh shit, I just realised what time it is. I've been so engrossed in what I've been doing that I didn't realise how far past my usual finish time it was. sorry, everyone. I've normally sent you on your way by now. I'm actually quite enjoying this. Like 86% sure that I'm not. I have been asked that too. Holmes, find your own rent, boys.
I'll dude.
How could you keep entertaining us? Disgraceful. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Worst streamer, cannot stick to my schedule at all. I mean, there's a reason I took the finish times off of my streams. Sometimes I just have so much fun with you lot. And enjoying yourself as well. Yeah, it's completely unacceptable to show any kind of actual enjoyment for the content I'm producing. I will continue to watch and enjoy in disgust. I love you lot, you're fab. Oh, I will, Torpor. Don't worry. Like I said, I had a really big lunch, specifically so that I wouldn't get hungry during the stream. I wasn't expecting to just carry on playing, but I don't have anything else on tonight, so... Normally I'm doing stuff on Friday night.
What do you know about this poster?
A foreign woman asked to put it up. She's plastered them all over the port.
Any clues as to her whereabouts?
None.
Oh, that's fair, Tabby. It took me ages to bleach my hair. I just could not be bothered because of how hot it was. And then I realised that because it was really hot, it would take less time to bleach it than it does normally, because the bleach takes better when it's allowed to warm up a little bit. So I was just like, yeah, fuck it, we'll do it then. Took 45 minutes. Bleached it the other day before my partners went away. Ah, so you got the main body of the work out of the way already. It's just doing the next bit. You see, the reason I'm blonde now is because I had an occasion where I needed to bleach it before I could re-dye it, and I couldn't be asked to re-dye it immediately after bleaching it. This is when I was still dyeing it turquoise, and I ended up sending like a jokey message to some of my friends saying, guess I'm blonde for the evening, and they were like, it actually really suits you, and I went, what? So I ended up keeping it. So blame my friends for the fact that I'm blonde now instead of having the same colour hair as my avatar. Husband dyed their hair blue for Pride. Awesome.
Are you familiar with a Roy Soulsby?
Roy Soulsby? I know the name, but he's not one of my regulars. My guess is that he works somewhere around here.
Thank you, Tabby. Okay, we have run out of useful things to do, so we're just going to be unhelpful.
What if I told you that you are in the family way?
No, really? Oh, thank you, sir. How would I, a simple woman, have ever known without your help? You must be a doctor.
In a manner of speaking.
He's not. He merely has the ego of one. I apologize, miss. Mr. Holmes is fond of his observations, but I am the doctor here, not him. Do you need any help?
I'm fine, thank you. I would rather not discuss my condition, nor let word of it spread.
So she was aware of her pregnancy. Doing a shit job of hiding it. I love the fact that people are just really shitty to Holmes when he uses his powers of observation, because he fucking deserves it. I like that they've written into the game characters that are just gonna go, oh, look at you, aren't you fucking clever? Piss off. Nobody asked you, Specky. I can say that because I'm also a Specky. No shit, Sherlock. Yeah, exactly. Bravo. Kitty. That cat has a very intense stare. Okay, so...
Fuck off!
Pries into your personal life and get surprised when he gets told to fuck off. Yeah, exactly. Thank you again, Steen, for letting me use that sound clip. I love it so much.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
Boo. Okay. Hey, Kian, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today.
Excuse me, just one question.
Oh, I already talked to him.
Knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Maybe my ideal body is Mothman's.
Okay. Okay. So we've not really got anything of any use for either of those yet, it would seem. I wonder if he's down here somewhere. Doesn't look like it. That was a good Godzilla sound. Oh, it's a long Godzilla sound. Can't go that way. I kind of want to find this guy. And a good Mothra sound as well. I kind of want to find this guy before I finish up. So we've, like, come to a sensible conclusion point, as it were, before I send you off. Oh, what we got here? Star of Gibraltar is seeking a carpenter and able seaman. Write to Captain Akab? Leadenhall Street Post Office.
Can I ask you a question?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
Okay then. God, you was ordering fish takeout from a fishing vessel. Yep. Must be it.
Can I ask you a question? I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Alright then.
Excuse me, just one question. Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
Oh. Okay then. Kinda sucks that everyone has the same answer for us.
May I ask you something?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Okay.
Do you know anything about this? Sorry, sir. I can't help you. Do you know anything about this?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Of course you can't. Nobody can help me.
Fuck off!
We're all pretty much telling him to fuck off. Yes, they are. I mean, at least they're being polite about it, I suppose. I think this is where the missing person was from.
Where I may find Dea?
Yeah,
You
okay.
read the poster? Yes? You know where my brother Girves is?
Sadly, No, well, not yet. Where did you last see Girves?
He worked at a
Girves. Okay.
warehouse. This man, Roy Solby, gave him the job. He paid him a necklace.
Ooh, so many options.
Do you still have the necklace that Soulsby gave to Girves?
Girves left it near the shrine. I tried to sell it to buy medicine, but no one wanted to buy.
I want to speak to Dea. Is she around?
Amma, my mother, she got sick after the fire. Big red smoke. She couldn't breathe, so I took her to the doctor.
Poor little bugger's
Now
on his
I'm in
own.
charge.
He's doing a very good job, and we're proud of him,
How would
aren't
you
we, chap?
describe this Soulsby?
He was big and strong.
He does, doesn't he, Tabby?
He had a big scary eye.
Scary, you say?
Yes, like it was made of metal.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere.
So he said that he left the necklace near the shrine, so let's have a look.
I miss Girves. Do you think he's okay?
So that's Girves. Oh, hello.
This cheap pendant looks like silver, but it's only made of tin.
Oh,
I'm surprised
no.
the boy couldn't sell it.
That sucks. So this Soulsby fella's a con artist on top of everything else. I mean, I'm not surprised, but... Poor kid. Floating? What? Oh, shit! Longfang! Hello, friend! Welcome on in.
Hello there.
Hope the rest of your stream went well. And thank you for trusting me with your community today. Hi, Raiders. Welcome on in. I hope you're all doing well. For those that haven't been here before.
Give me your fuck boy.
Thanks, Cypher. My name is Hobbytan. My pronouns are they, them. I'm a variety streamer based in Scotland. And today we are playing some Lovecraftian Sherlock Holmes. And I was going to finish up like an hour ago. But I've been enjoying myself so much I lost track of time. So we'll play for a little bit longer. We're trying to find this guy called Roy Soulsby, who, he's not a nice guy. He's, done a lot of very bad things. I've encountered myself in the viewers. So we found out about this guy because he drugged and kidnapped some guy's slave. But it looks like he's also been involved in a number of other kidnappings of disenfranchised people in London. So yeah, not a good person. So we want to find him. We want to find the guy that he's kidnapped. And personally, I want to liberate the fella that's been kidnapped and let him go home to New Zealand. Typical southern goings on then. Yeah, basically. Yeah. It's been really fun so far. There's been some issues with the game not necessarily telling us things that we need to know in order to progress. But overall, it's not been too bad. He does not want to talk to us. Holmes walks like a Terminator. He is a Terminator. Oh, she's crying. Hello.
May I ask you something?
I'm sorry, but I don't know anything.
Okay, she's not crying. Who the fuck is crying then? Someone's crying. Maybe it's somebody in the house. Oh, no, we're back here again. It's Watson. Watson is crying.
Have you ever heard of a man with a metallic eye?
I've seen him even. Dirty Summers is the name. A nasty lout with a silver ball in place of a missing eye.
Okay then.
I shudder to ask, but where does one find a dirty Summers?
He likely signed on with a ship. I am not one to spy on others, let alone him.
I see.
My advice, keep
Dirty
away
Summers. I don't mind if I do.
How dude.
My goodness, titters. Tickets to Oakmont, Massachusetts are still available. Karen will depart next Tuesday from Pier N2. Interesting choice of name there. Hey, Soup, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Indeed. Okay, okay. Let's go to our mind palace. See what we've got. Actually, no, we know we've not got enough information for that. What we do have is this coin card. Still no sign of him. Boy around 10 years of age resides in one of the port shanties. He looks to be from Nepal and is both exhausted and malnourished. His mother Dea is at the local clinic due to her falling sick from the incident's fumes. Boy says that his brother Gives disappeared after Roy Soulsby, a strong man with a metallic eye, hired him. He also mentions that Gives left a pendant, which is meant to be his first payment on the altar.
Can I ask you a question?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
I think someone's had a little too much. Okay. There's the pissing man from earlier. Piggy. We went that way. Because we came from there. We went this way. So we've not been this way? Or did we come this way as well? I'm getting so turned around. No, we did come this way because I remember her. Nothing over here we can interact with. Ooh. Caught on a tree. I went to go feed the animals and came back to a change of venue. I have done that multiple times. Can be a bit jarring, can't it? Okay, so that just brings us back in here. We talked to this guy, but Watson, get out of the way.
Could you help me?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Okay. Kitty! Hi, Kitty. Fishman! Yes. Soon, Fishman. Okay. I don't think we went here before. Nothing of interest here. Hello.
Could you help me?
I'll be happy to help you. So listen to me.
The fuck happened there? Royce Holby may be on the wharf near the ship that exploded yesterday. Yeah, so did I. It certainly looked like she just stuck her hands down my pants. Maybe that's why the scene cut to my paperwork. Nope, you can't see that.
Help me, please.
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Okay, so we're on Pier 3. Which pier? We don't have the newspaper anymore, do we? That's a shame. We don't have the newspaper anymore. Oh, my paperwork! Oh. Because the newspaper tells you... Oh, we can actually fast travel between places at the port. That's nice.
Do you know anything about this?
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
Oh, okay. Nobody knows anything. Oh. Well. That's the thing that happened. Nothing here. Watson, excuse me. Thank you. We'll go this way. I think it was Pier 3 where the explosion happened.
Not in the mood, mate. Shoo!
Pardon me, sir. I am looking for Roy...
Not again. Yes, I'm Roy. But I can't help you find your uncle or whoever you've lost.
Now, what makes you think I would inquire about missing people?
You are the fourth person to ask this week. Just because I work at the port doesn't mean I keep track of everyone who comes here.
I think we're dealing with a case of identity theft.
You say we are not the first to ask you about a disappearance. Do you recall anything about those who came inquiring?
I only remember the foreign woman. I didn't catch her name, but those are her posters hanging up everywhere. She has badgered me twice now, but I still don't know nothing.
And this woman can
Double
be
negative.
found...
Means he knows something.
She was talking gibberish.
May I ask what you're doing here?
This is where the ship sank the other day. I'm trying to work out how we'll remove it.
Now, where was I?
Is he a Scouser? I think he is. Let's observe. First things first, he doesn't have a metal eye. He's average height. HM Cuss. Scouse leanings for sure. Many stamp ink stains. Just crouching down a little bit to get a better view of his midriff. Nothing suspicious going on here, honest. No muscle tone. He's not brawny. Waltham Hillside pocket watch. Mint. Solid gold. Double negative has led to proof positive. Yes. He is of English blood, around 5'5", and has an average build. His lack of muscle tone implies that he is hardly strong. Mr. Soulsby does not seem to look like Kimihia's abductor. His left palm bears several stamp ink stains. Some letters remain visible. HM Cuss. Apparently Mr. Soulsby is the customs officer. He holds a brand new Waltham Hillside watch in his pocket. Can never afford such a thing, so he may have stolen it. Holds a brand new Waltham Hillside watch in his pocket. Only a corrupt customs officer can afford such a thing. Ooh. What do we think, folks? Do we think he's a thief or corrupt? I mean, it could go either way, and they're both pretty much the same thing, aren't they? Thinking corruption over theft. Seems like corrupt is the chat favourite. One just involves envelopes, that's very true. Corrupt it is. Seems like the sort to fiddle with some numbers, misfile a few things, etc. Yeah, fair. Okay. So we want the kid's testimony, wherever that is. There we go.
I have been told that you hired Dea's son, Girves, right before he vanished. His brother also said you had a metal eye. What do you make of this?
Tell that him to stop making things up.
Corruption, he's a customs officer, fair.
What are you on about?
Okay, no, he doesn't know anything about that. That's unsurprising, really.
Sorry, doesn't ring a bell.
Okay, no.
Have you seen this before?
My card? Where did you dig that up?
At a crime scene near Baker Street involving a young servant's kidnapping, I might add.
No. Someone used it without my consent. How else would it end up there?
There we go. Okay. So we don't need any of those. What was the barmaid's testimony? Says the man with the iron eye can only be Dirty Summers. According to her, Summers is a dangerous man who is best avoided. She has no idea where to find him. Yeah, so that'll be our other green, I think. So we've got the Nepali boy's testimony that it was Roy with the metal eye. The barmaid's testimony that the guy with the metal eye isn't Roy. And Roy's testimony that somebody must have stolen his identity. And then we need... I think it might be the character portrait that shows that he is just not the right kind of person to be able to have done it and doesn't have a metal eye. We'll find out if I'm right. Yes! First try! I'm quite proud of myself. Can you tell? Dirty Summers is Kimihia's kidnapper. It seems that Roy Soulsby could be Summers' accomplice. Okay, so that bit we don't know yet. Can't do anything with that. We can unpin that. So we should now have some more conversation topics for him, I think.
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
A man named Dirty Summers was involved in some recent kidnappings across London.
Okay.
He used your name as a cover for his deeds.
What? Really? That doesn't mean I'm involved, though.
Shit.
Your calling card was found at the crime scene. That's enough to make you a suspect.
You cannot be serious.
This is tense because I don't want to pick the wrong thing. I think it's going to be the character portrait because of the pocket watch. Won't be the foreign woman. We know it's not this. Yeah, it's got to be the character portrait. Oh, I hope this works.
It's true. And that's before mentioning your gold watch. It's brand new and awfully expensive for a customs officer. Clearly you have found yourself another source of income. I'm sure Scotland Yard will be delighted to investigate further.
All right, stop. Look, it's not as it seems. I did not partake in the kidnappings.
I'm all ears, Mr. Soulsby.
Yes, I know Summers. He paid me to turn a blind eye to his business in the warehouse area. Just that. On my word.
There we go.
Which warehouse he used?
I do not recall, but I used red paint to mark unsupervised warehouses. Ought to be one of them.
What else can you say of Summers?
He's a regular at the Cursed Mermaid. Goes there with his crew almost every evening.
What for?
I don't know. I assumed just for a drink.
Fair. Okay. I did say once we'd found Roy, we'd finish up. But I wanted to, like, get us to the next point. So I think that's a nice place for us to stop. We know what we've got to do next time. We've got to find this Dirty Summers. Drink maybe the barmaid? Yeah. But yeah, I should probably finish up and go get some rest. It's been a busy day. I have really enjoyed this though. We're definitely going to play some more of this. I haven't saved the entire stream. Oh, that could have been bad. Finishing before Dirty Summers is tight or something. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Whatever the youth say. Okay. What's this bonus? I wish to know about the... Oh, that's a pretty typewriter. Building the Sherlock Holmes legend one word at a time. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Okay. Right. Wrong button. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming along today. It's been lovely to have you all. I'm having a lot of fun with this. Like, early game user interface issues aside, been good fun. And now I know what I need to do. It's actually a lot more enjoyable. I'm glad that I'm not the only person that had problems with that. So thank you, Steen, for making me feel better about that particular bit of the user interface. Okay. I will be back tomorrow, 10 PM UK time, playing some more of Killer Frequency. And I think we might be getting quite close to the end now, so that might be the last of the Killer Frequency streams. Very exciting stuff. We'll see how that goes. I will, Torpor, I promise. Okay, I think that's everything I need to tell you folks about for streams. We have got a giveaway active on the stream. It is for a copy of I Am Not a Monster, First Contact, which looks really fun. It's this interesting looking retro-futuristic like strategy game. Looks like it's got kind of an XCOM-y kind of vibe to it. I might be wrong there. And frankly, the only reason I haven't kept the code for myself is because I have a lot of games to play. And I want to let somebody who's more likely to have time to play this one actually have a chance at it. So, yeah. I can see 2 people have entered already, so if anybody else wants to enter, if this is the first time you've heard about this giveaway and you do want to get in on the action, I'll give you a little bit of time now to enter before I close it off. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and a little bit for the lag. The giveaway is closed. And our winner is, with a 50% chance to win, Tidders. Congratulations, Tids. I'll send you the code in a little bit. Ring. Oh, wait, it was me. Bravo. Fucking bravo. Okay. Hell yeah, perfectly fair and balanced. Okay, let's find someone to send you lovely folks over to. Hmm. 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 I am struggling to decide. I'll tell you what. We'll go and see. Chibi Dan is in love with Tidders again. That happens. We'll go and see Adam. So, Adam is a fantastic streamer. Currently playing some Cyberpunk 2077, so that should be pretty interesting. If you do want to join in on the raid, but you don't get pulled through because you're on mobile or something like that, because Twitch is fucky, you can click on the link to Adam's channel there to jump through in your own time. Yeah, this has been really, really fun. I've had a really good time with you all. Genuinely didn't realise how late it had gotten. So thank you, everyone. Thank you again to Longfang for the raid as well. Very much appreciated. Right, that's all of my thank yous done. I'm going to go and get myself some dinner and chill out for a bit. So, hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow for some Killer Frequency. But until I do see you next, as always, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Wash your fucking tentacles! And have a wonderful weekend, everyone, however you're spending it. Bye-bye.